Namaste, angels. This is the full moon in Leo reading. I'm going to just get started right away. So, you may have noticed that there was no weekly reading up, that I dated the previous weekly reading through Monday. That was because I had every intention of posting a new one on Tuesday. I went out of town for a few days. I was gone last weekend, so I didn't want to be trying to do a video. I apologize. I didn't get to it, obviously. So I'm going to try to do one tonight after I do this, in which case I probably won't be able to post it until tomorrow, and I'll date it through not this Sunday, but next Sunday, so it'll be a longer read, and then we can try to get back on track of doing them weekly. So it'll be a little bit longer than a week. In any case, we're starting with the Modern Witch deck with the star, which represents the sign of Aquarius most directly. It's about communication, online dating. Sometimes it's about somebody watching you online. And I've been seeing more and more of that lately in my readings. But it's also about wish fulfillment, dreams coming true, healing. It's very likened to temperance for me a lot of the time when I touch it. So restoration, recovery, things that have been missing, lost from you, being restored. Then we have the Two of Swords, which can be a card of indecision. The Nine of Pentacles upright, which is a card of success, and can be about alone time, spending time by yourself. And then this with the Three of Swords, also upright. I'm getting somebody who has pretty much everything they need, but they still feel some sort of void. And I think that with the star and the wish fulfillment, it may require some sort of action on your part. Two of Swords is inaction, but you take some sort of action, you make some sort of firm decision. I'm going to do this, or you actually, you can show us better than you can tell us, right? You actually do it. And I think that brings about some sort of wish fulfillment that's going to fill the void that you're feeling from whatever this Three of Swords represents. It could be some sort of loss or something. And like I was saying, sometimes for me, this is recovery and restoration. So I was saying that not knowing the Three of Swords was also there. But I definitely think that that's what it's going to be for some of you who are watching. Something that was lost, something that was gone, or some sort of void that somebody left. It could be from somebody's passing. I'm getting too. Maybe an air sign. We have an air sign here in reverse. So a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could also be a fire sign. An Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or Pisces. And the next card is the Ten of Swords. It's really everything is fine. So it's like, even though you've been through this challenge or time of difficulty, or again, maybe even someone's absence or loss, everything's going to be okay. Everything's fine. Still surrounded by love. You're still in control, although it may require you to spend some time alone, and could take you into a very spiritual place in your life. There is healing, restoration, recovery of, and all those spaces that you feel are empty being filled with some sort of, love. Okay, we can manifest this. I could go on for days, but that's what I'm getting. Some of us are just feeling the loss, and it may not be that the person passed away. Maybe there's some other sort of separation. You're still feeling like a void that somebody left or something left. Could even be a pet, I'm getting too. But you're otherwise, you got everything else that you need or want. You're doing pretty good. But nonetheless, you're feeling alone. And that can be a difficult place to be. Sometimes we see people and they're suffering in silence, with some sort of mental or emotional issue. And we say, how could they? They had money, or they had a nice place to live, they drove a nice car, or whatever it is. And those things are great. But everybody needs love, and yes, we can give it to ourselves and should give it to ourselves, but sometimes we long to feel it from outside places. And even when people are showing it to us, sometimes when if you're dealing with mental health or emotional health issues, even though other people are trying to show it to you, you don't see it. You know, there's like a dysmorphia sort of that's there. You don't see what others see as reality. So you can feel alone even though you have a bunch of stuff. That 9, look, as I'm talking about it, open right up to it again. 9 of Pentacles can be about you having stuff, right? You have money, you got material things, but, you know, you're longing for something more tangible, or maybe less tangible, if you look at it that way. You know, but more emotional and human as opposed to a material thing. All right, so getting these mixed up. Speaking of Leos, this moon, of course, in your, so I got some ink on this card. I don't know from where. It's really bizarre. What was I saying? In your first house, for you Leos, your first house of, you know, the 10 of Pentacles. This was in reverse, I think. I think I just turned it around. So we'll put it back in reverse. Of expression and self. So, and you're ruled by the sun. So I just think that, you know, you're in this place of, it's your first house. The sun is definitely shining on you right now. And you'll be sort of, you know, actually seeing the results of any manifestation you've been working on. And you just be like in the spotlight. You know, think about the sun as like a spotlight. For us Geminis, it's our 3rd house of communication where this full moon is going to be. So some information, a message, something could come in. And it may be something that we have to pay particular attention to or really like think through. Just be on the lookout for some sort of information to come your way. Because I'm not sure like how or what it's going to be. But it may not be as like direct as that, as somebody saying, oh, listen, I got to tell you something. It may be some other way that we come into some sort of information or data or something, and we might have to think about how best to use it, if you know what I mean. I didn't even tell y'all what anything about the cards in this deck. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is the Ascended Masters deck, and I did just shuffle them and cut them, so it's too late for whatever was there. I don't know what was there. I don't remember. But we ended up with Choose Peace. And then here, it's another 9 of Pentacles, another 10 of Cups, like we just saw with these cards here. I mean, this could represent the if it's a person, the person that we were feeling sort of separated from, or that you know, we lost, or that's created some sort of void. It's the Emperor. Major Arcana card 4. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. And this person may specifically be in a fire sign, and even more directly than that, and Aries, possibly a Scorpio too. Maybe that's how we have also the cups around. But we have this 9 of Pentacles again, about then spending time by yourself, you know, possibly being successful, having everything you need, or just about everything, or maybe at least the appearance of having everything you need. And you may feel like you're still longing for, you know, this sort of human interaction, touch, love. Which could be another reason why the star was there. The star, again, potentially about like, you know, texting and internet and online dating and stuff. And there could be a longing, I think, for human interaction, you know, to face-to-face sort of stuff. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or a chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order in a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. We'll do 2 nice cross spreads in a moment. Virgo, this is your 12th house, endings and subconscious. So full moons also bring about endings. Something could really be coming to a close, like a situation just finally, you've been dealing with it maybe for a long time too. And it's just finally coming to like a complete and utter end in the very near future. And we got overall energy here of the Four of Cups. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. Behind that, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So I'm going to lay some of each of these for our cross. Beginning with these. So here we have recent past. You know, I like to use 3. Near future. The higher self, message from the higher self, or the 5D aspects of the situation. 3D life. The heart of the matter. Love, specifically love and relationship. And the, whatever the focus is, like the thing of what's coming to an end with this full moon, or, you know, the areas of our lives where we'll see the changes, the effects of the full moon. Definitely by the time of the next major moon transit, which will be the new moon in Pisces. We'll do one from this deck in all of those same placements. And again, the overall energy was choose peace. So we have the Four of Cups, about not missing an opportunity. It can be about doubt, pessimism, just not expecting anything to go your way. Not necessarily being appreciative of the things that we do have and sort of focusing on what we don't have, which might be another message about the Nine of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. You know, it's like I have all this, but I wanted this. So I wished for this, you know, with the star. I prayed for this and I didn't get that. Even, you know, so who cares if I have all this other stuff when, of course, there are people out there who would, you know, give anything to have what you have sometimes. So here again, we had the Ten of Pentacles in reverse as our overall energy, followed by the Six of Cups also in reverse. There could be like a small inheritance split between siblings or something coming here. Or something having to do with the family, the household, maybe the larger family, your extended family, your parents and stuff, your ancestry, parents, grandparents, that was like swept under the rug for a long time, that's coming up to be dealt with, discussed, handled, acknowledged. You know, let's just, you know, be in truth and call a spade type of thing. So here we have the overall energy of the Ten of Pentacles. I didn't put any crossing cards. I'll use these. So for the love and for the heart of the matter, we'll do that also. Okay, Spirit, thank you for the messages. Recent past, which can be, for some of us, the recent past that's already passed, or, you know, early, the moon readings for me cover about 2 weeks. So it could be in the earlier portion of those 2 weeks as opposed to at the end. Could be the recent past. We got another 10 of Pentacles here. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor your traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. So as I was just saying, something having to do with family, heritage, ancestry could come up. Maybe some of us are looking into our DNA or something. Something comes up, or a family, you know, story is told, revealed, information comes to you. There could be an actual inheritance, something that's handed down, which may allow us a new opportunity. You're starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. This can also be about us ourselves, you know, maybe entering marriage and or having children. So we're starting like the lineage, or we're furthering the lineage. We're continuing a family line or something. All these kind of things I'm getting. Major Arcana card 6, the Lovers, represents the sign of Gemini. Gemini is the sign that is about siblings, represents siblings and stuff too. So again, this could have to do with family. This is also a card of true love. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. So that can be what your new start is in as well. It's in love. It's in family. You know, starting a relationship or growing a relationship, growing your family, getting engaged, becoming pregnant. We have Pan here with fertility also. And for some of us, maybe it's been difficult to try to get pregnant in the past, or to try to come together in partnership in our relationship. Maybe, you know, the powers that be have been, you know, fighting. There's been some sort of obstacle, some sort of block to our union, and we're finding that is also coming to an end. With 10 is the end of a cycle. Here we have this 10 of Wands. It's in the element of the fire of the sign of Leo, here in reverse. So this has sort of been toppled, and we have all these new wonderful energies in its place. Fertility, the Lovers, the Fool, new start, the 10 of Pentacles. So this is really beautiful energy that we're starting with just right off the bat, early on in the reading here. So, near future. Let's hope that continues. We got the 2 of Wands. Your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist you in your endeavors, or to expand the number of people who are helping you. This can also be about expanding your family again. 2s are about relationship, partnership. They also are about balance, and they mark step 2 in the, you know, manifestation, in the progress, you know. So with the 1 is representative of the thought, the idea that you're putting out there into the universe. The 2 is where you hold on to the faith and belief that it'll come true, as opposed to 4 of Cups and being, you know, doubtful and pessimistic. Then with 3, we start to see things taking some sort of tangible form, and so you can like see it on the horizon with your own eyes. You know it's coming true. It's just not all the way here yet. And then with 4, we have the complete successful manifestation. So this is really positive too, and really good for partnership and love. Then we have the 2 of Pentacles, yes, also. Too much going on at once. There's a need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Now, this card, again, also means wonderful things for love in general, and for relationship and partnership, and also in balance. But it can be about us, or can remind us about the dangers of becoming imbalanced in terms of our family life, personal life versus work, and things that we're putting effort into for material gain. So it's again, so sort of trying to weigh and make room for both. Yes, material stuff is important. Money is important, to get through this 3D world. However, make sure that you're giving enough attention to your relationships. Then we have it with the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is, again, another card similar to the 4 of Cups. Can be about doubt, about pessimism, about, just not being necessarily thankful for what we do have. Maybe that's why you feel like you have to keep working for more. You're never satisfied, or you're not happy with what you have, even though what you have is really awesome. and you need to, pay attention to it. Give attention to your relationships, give attention to, your mate, your children, yourself. Whatever makes you feel good about yourself, a massage, nails, hair, exercise, all those kinds of things. Going out to lunch even by yourself sometimes, or treating yourself, all those things. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, remembering to fit them into your schedule and not just giving all your time to, work. Focus upon the fact that God loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties. So like if you don't get everything you want, but you're still doing okay, right? So that's why you got the positive outlook. It's in that way you can move onward and upward, just keep it moving. But we have more beautiful energy here. So it's like, but for this 5 of Cups, these cards would be almost perfect. The 2 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, the power of joy. This is about being happy. This is about commitment. This is about new homes, home renovation, cohabitation, moving in together, engagement, weddings, attending someone else's wedding or engagement party or other very special event, birth announcement of something, maybe meeting a new mate for yourself there. Just really beautiful energy. Does require often for us to continue to put effort into things and to keep, working toward them, not just saying, okay, everything's great, so we'll just sit around and let whatever's going to happen. That usually requires us for some sort of upkeep of the situation. But I mean, this is beautiful energy to have. Message from the higher self. It's more 2s. The 2 of Cups, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, and the positive resolution of a conflict. And it's, this is crazy. It's Major Arcana card 2. Also, the High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. Have patience and consider carefully what you want before acting. So this is about making some sort of decision. Could very well be about a relationship. And an opportunity may come up for you to, make a move, to reach out to somebody maybe from whom you're separated. Thinking about the cards that we saw in the beginning of the, reading when I was still shuffling. We got the 4 of Cups as an overall energy. We got another 4 of Cups here that our higher self is trying to tell us about. Missing an opportunity. We're in danger of doing that. Discontentment or boredom. We need to open our eyes to the possibilities. Possibilities of what? 2 of Cups, so a relationship that continues to go closer, forgiveness, and the positive resolution of a conflict, and, just making moves forward, but thinking about them first, employing all of the information available to us before we make a move, so that we, to the best of our ability and knowledge, are making the right move. It's an informed decision. And we may want to come up with a creative way to go about doing something, maybe about reaching out to somebody, or what we're going to say. Maybe we want to write it, a poem or serenade, or, send a letter, do a rap song or perform. I don't know. There's different ways, coming up with creative ways to engage, to surprise, the man or woman that you're going to propose to. All of these things coming from here. And just being over or moving beyond any anxiety, and overthinking that we had done previously. Higher self is saying, stop that. Get rid of that. 3D life, though. The Knight of Pentacles. He is loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. It's time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You have a guardian angel. This Knight of Pentacles may be an actual person in your life. A Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. I think I said Virgo first, sort of subconsciously, because I was also holding the Hermit in my hand. The next card. Take time for contemplation, to retreat and to go within. Be a beacon for others on their path to spiritual enlightenment. So I'm going to take these 2 first, because this person could definitely be a Virgo that wants to return to their ex. They are bored in their current relationship or in their singleness, in their lack of relationship. Whatever it is they have going on in the area of love and relationship, they are bored with it. and interested in doing something else. The nine of Hermit, the major arcana card 9, the Hermit, in love, is almost always about rekindling a relationship from the past, whether it's upright or in reverse. So I definitely see for some in love, this Knight of Pentacles coming back, and he may very well be a Virgo and a male and or masculine energy. In terms of spirituality too, this can be somebody who's going through some spiritual growth and really getting to know and understand themselves and, their beliefs and ideologies, and sort of solidifying that for themselves. So a major growth period in that area. And that can be what the Empress is talking about too. She's about growth. She's about expansion. She's about fertility. So for some of us, that's going to be literal also. And again, this is a good time to have children. We do have it crossing our beginning energy where we had the fertility. We had Pan here and we had the couples coming together. It's also crossing our Four of Wands, and our power of joy. It can be about a bundle of joy. Somebody becoming pregnant, learning that they're pregnant, having a baby. It's time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. So whatever we're moving toward with this is a very fertile energy, and it's an opportunity to grow something into something really fabulous. It is here with Jesus and open your heart to love. So again, I was getting right away that this card was about, for, I guess the majority, love and relationship. And again, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is just unhappy, bored, sort of over it in his current love or love situation or relationship, whether that means he's in an unhappy commitment, or that means he's single and he's tired of being single. So we're going to make will require us to open our heart to love in either case in order to make a move. All right, we got the Empress. So it's time for growth, time for expansion. And for some of us, we've already, put the effort into this, into, moving forward on something. We've already put at least the thought, the planning into it. So now it's the time where we're going to take action, and or, just actively reap the rewards that are due to us from the action that we've already taken. At the heart of the matter, here's the card that's crossing that. We have Major Arcana card 12, Awakening, which is the Hangman. Look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. The Hangman can be about the need to let go of something or someone. And it's often, at least in the way that I pick up the energy, it's often something it's not an actual person. It's like more about negative emotions and things that have held us back. And I think that's why the Devil is also showing up here, Major Arcana card 15. You may feel trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. I think that's the problem. It's negative thinking. And here our higher self, again, also warning us about that. The need to end, if it's not ending already for us, we may have to consciously decide to watch ourselves so that we're not overthinking over and over and over again and releasing any anxiety because we're like imprisoning ourselves. That's what's holding us back. That's what, the obstacle. It's sort of like a self-fulfilling type of thing. Again, that needing to move away, us needing to let go of these obstacles that we put in front of ourselves. Things like the inability to communicate, inability to forgive, and so if we were stuck, the Eight of Wands shows up to say that things are going to get moving again. So I think, people will be releasing those things that have been blocking them, that have kept them stuck, because energies are moving again now. You've been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, remember to be grateful for the blessings that heaven sends you. And I think one thing about now, this is not only, it's not only a full moon where we are going to be releasing things like this anyway that have been blocking us and holding us back, where the universe is just sort of going to move us to do that. But this full moon comes, it's the first one where we haven't had, or where we don't have any planets in retrograde. Like all the other times we've been having all these planets in retrograde. So it's like, you know, on one hand, we're getting things moving. It's like 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. One hand, we're getting things moving. On the other hand, something's holding us back because the planet is, you know, moving backwards or feeling like it's moving backwards, and it's making us revisit old stuff. Now they're all direct. And so we're direct, right? And we're moving forward too. Come out of the closet. Says Amaterasu. So this also could be some sort of communication that we want to make, or some move that we want to make. Wands are about movement. The 8 of Wands especially is about movement. Again, communication, things getting going, especially where they had been not moving before. And then we have the Magician. It is in reverse. So this can be about us not remembering, you know, all the power that we have, but it is there. Okay, so we just need a reminder. Hey, you can do this. You can do whatever it is you want. With the Magician here, represents the sign of Gemini most directly. And again, Gemini is the great communicator. This could definitely be about communicating something, and it may be about something that you were keeping hidden about yourself. This can be literal, you know, in terms of LGBTQIA people coming out of the closet. It can be we're coming out of the closet in some other, you know, aspect or area of our life, you know, having nothing to do with our gender or sexuality, but something else that we've been keeping hidden. We've been hiding it about ourselves. We didn't want to reveal our full, true selves, and now we're able to. And encouraged to. But crossing that is, this makes sense. Crossing that is the 2 of Swords, because the 2 of Swords is all about worrying about what other people think, and that's why we hold back. And we don't, you know, we don't come out of the closet as ourselves. We don't live in our truth. We, you know, try to people please and do things for other people. This moon, I think, is saying to hell with that, really. But this card is about being unable and unwilling to make a decision. Why? Because you're worried about what other people are going to think or say or do. You're at a stalemate as a result, and you're pretending there's no problem. So this is what, if you're feeling this way, get out of this. The time for this is over. I think the Leo moon is saying, like, screw that. You know, the spotlight is on you, and it should be, because you're a star, you know, and be you. Love and relationship. Wait. Okay, it was like this. We got the World. So something has come full circle. Something coming to an end. Could be having to do with our, not only our relationship itself, but maybe our living condition, our work condition. Something that was holding us back, that was an obstacle that we probably could have changed on our own, you know, some time ago, but we didn't. So now the universe is stepping into saying, okay, that's it. This job is ending, or this living situation is ending. This relationship is ending, whatever it is, to put us in the right place, and where we really belong, and on our track, on our, you know, our path toward our purpose. But at the same time, it's also about you completing a cycle, you know, and again, something having come full circle and you're done with it now. So universe also wants to congratulate you, not just, you know, rub it in your face that you should have done this a long time ago. Congratulations on successfully accomplishing what you've set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons that life offered you with grace and courage. For me, the World represents fire energy. Those of you who watch me regularly know I always say it feels like fire. So I don't attribute it to any particular sign, but in this case, it is appropriate. Leo, of course, fire sign. And then we have, wow. So do you remember when I started the reading with using these cards, the Modern Witch cards? We had the Emperor, the Star. I forgot what the other card was. But anyway, here's the Star and the Emperor. Again. You're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. So again, something's coming to an end. It needs to end. It's moving us into, you know, the path where we need to be, and we're getting wish fulfillment with the result of that. So, I mean, it could be something as much as a relationship that we were in that was toxic is coming to an end, and so that will allow us to move into a relationship, at least ultimately, because the World can take time. Threes can take time. They can require patience. They don't necessarily happen like immediately. In the World, Major Arcana card 21, of course, is a 3. But being out of like the toxic relationship will allow us space to get into one that's more healthy, maybe what we've been praying for. Think Sierra and Future, right? And moving on to, praying and then moving on to Russell Williams. It's that kind of thing. Or, and this can be about your Emperor coming in, or about your life getting in order. I'm praying for disarray and challenge to come to an end, and for my life to be more organized, for me to be in control, take back control. I'm praying for this Emperor, so again, that's coming true. The Emperor, structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. The Star, all about taking a big leap forward with your life. Worry, like the Nine of Swords, will be replaced with optimism. Fear, like what the Devil represents, will be replaced with hope. And joy, as we see here, is coming home to roost. And then we have Krishna showing up. I think this is so freaking perfect. Find the blessing in your current situation, because again, the world is about something coming to an end. And that can be like, oh man, like my job is over, my relationship is over, my living situation is changing completely, like, oh my God. But there is a silver lining there. This is a positive thing that's happening. It's not to cause you harm. It's to put you on the right path. So rather than being upset, maybe even getting stuck in that and like wallowing in self-pity and stuff about what came to an end, what's full circle, find the blessing in your situation. And the last card is the Ace of Swords. So again, it's a new beginning. The Ace of Swords, as opposed to the other aces, tends to be about a new beginning after difficulty, after challenge. And maybe even as we're getting the new beginning, we're still off to like a rocky start, a bumpy start. It can still be some challenges there, bumps in the road, as they say. But ultimately, this is a new beginning. This is truth coming out. This is victory, is what the Ace of Swords is about. Justice, a legal situation can even be involved for some of us with the world and the Ace of Swords. Maybe a divorce being finalized or something like that. So all of that is difficult. If your marriage didn't survive, even if you want out of the marriage, it can still, I can tell you from experience, right? Even if you want out of the marriage, which I did, when after my divorce, I paid for my divorce. I did everything. I wanted it. But that doesn't mean that I felt nothing over separating from my children's father. Of course I did. You know what I mean? So it's like that. You can have some, feelings of sadness or disappointment or whatever, but also thinking about what is positive about the situation. And crossing that, we have another Five of Cups. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, right? If your marriage is coming to an end, that's not the way you'd hoped. But you're not seeing the positive in a situation. So that's what they want you to do. That's what Krishna is here saying what he wants us to do, rather than crying over spilled milk. Those cards were made for each other. And the focus with this full moon. Speaking of focus, Apollo says focus upon your strengths. Some sort of challenge, difficulty, loss, separation, something coming to an end. It's the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Somebody may even be, or some of us may even be recovering from some sort of addiction. Your strengths, focusing on your strengths will help you to get through that. A complex decision, the need to do more research, stop procrastinating. So we have choices, we have options that we need to narrow down and focus upon, what we can deal with. Three of Wands, it's another three. So it means things are definitely looking up, and we're approaching this Four of Wands here. Things look very good. Abundance. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. Make long-term plans in an informed manner. High Priestess showing up yet again. She's here in our higher self. She's here taking us into the next major moon transit. And she wants to make sure that we're, using our intuition, our wisdom, intelligence, information that we come into, common sense, street smarts, whatever you got, use it toward making your decisions and your next steps. I got distracted by her laptop and I couldn't tell if this was like a knee-high stocking or a thigh-high boot. So now it looks like the boot comes to an end here, but the sock goes all the way up to here, and then I see some exposed thigh, and then there's a laptop there. So that's what I just got distracted by. She's doing research to make this informed decision, is what I'm getting here. And that may be how we wish to enter the new moon in Pisces as well. Right? As something's coming to an end. We're doing our own research. We're making our own informed decisions, especially these kind of complex decisions. We're not going to make them, how do they say, rush to judgment and make them loosely. You're really working on figuring out what's best for you in terms of this decision. It will require you to let go of, any sort of pain or whatever from a previous incident. It's like really deciding to consciously move on from something. In order to move on from it, I have to, do my work now and put my effort into it. So that was our first spread. And then this next one will be specifically from the perspective of the divine masculine in terms of relationships, divine unions, soulmate relationships, twin flame relationships. So many major arcana cards came out in this spread. When the major arcana cards come out for me, that's like energy that can't, I was going to say energy that can't be avoided. I don't want to say can't be avoided, but it's like energy over which we have no control. Like we can decide, we can make a conscious decision. I'm not claiming that Five of Cups. I'm not going to accept that energy in my life. If someone approaches me with it or tries to bring it to me, I'm going to, ignore, walk away, not engage, whatever the case is. But the energy that the major arcana cards represent, the way that I read it at least, is that that's all karmic energy. So that's, we have no control over whether those things happen or not. And they are going to happen, if you ask me, when you see the major arcana cards. All we have control over is how we react. So what action we take or don't take in response, and what energy we give or don't give to, a situation. Take, for example, car trouble. I'm not wishing anybody, we haven't seen the Chariot. I'm not wishing anybody any car trouble. But take, for example, car trouble, right? You could say, you could become upset only because you had car trouble. Or you could say, well, I'm glad that my car, broke down here in this safe place or in this way. Look at this. These cards that just fell away from the deck just now. And it's an 11-19, right? Aces are a 1 or an 11. And then we have a 19 here. Very nice. So Ace of Pentacles, you can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, or a serendipitous meeting or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. The Sun, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success if you have confidence in yourself. Of course, again, the Sun represents the sign of rules, the sign of Leo. Oh, yes, I was saying, there's a way to look at it like, oh, well, at least because my car broke down in this safe place, I'm okay, I'm not hurt. Or because it broke down, I was here safe as opposed to reaching the destination where there was a problem. It's looking at the positive parts. It's all about perspective, and that's what we're in charge of. So you could choose to be upset, or you can choose to still keep a positive mindset even though something challenging happened. My uncle passed away recently, and one of the things that I said, like right away, as soon as I learned, was, what a long life he'd had in like the scheme of things. And the reason I said that was because he survived like 3 kinds of cancer. And this is like 20, 30 years ago. Years and years ago, he smoked 4 packs of cigarettes a day. He drank like a fish. And then he got cancer of the esophagus that like went into his stomach, and had part of his stomach removed. And then he survived that. And then later he got, so that was the stomach cancer, and esophageal cancer. Later he got lung cancer, and I think another kind of cancer. Survived all of those, all three or 4 cancers that he had, all of them in remission, and lived like another 30, 40 years. I mean, a lot of people don't get to do that. The alcoholism alone could have killed him. The smoking alone could have killed him. Any one of the 3 or 4 cancers could have killed him. None of it did, right? So, I couldn't be. I mean, I can be sad that I'm not going to get to see him anymore. But it's in terms of the way life works. I saw it as like what a super blessed life that was, So again, yeah, my point is, again, perspective. It's all about perspective. Well, Ganesha says, yes. Yes, I'm removing the obstacles from in front of your love and relationships, your love lives, which I like to see. That's going to allow us to have success. Somebody's letting go of something that they know they've been keeping in front of themselves as an obstacle. Whether it's like a job or a relationship or something that they should have gotten out of and didn't. They're finally letting that thing or person go. So that's removing the obstacles that we put in front of ourselves. Overall energy, the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the 2 of Cups, the King of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and then the next card is the Ace of Cups in reverse. So these are really positive cards in terms of love and relationship. The Queen of Pentacles is a real Susie homemaker. She is a nurturer, sort of like the doting wife type. May actually be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or someone like into those traits or attributes. She also likes to keep in shape, spend time with nature. So very, what's the word I'm looking for? She seeks to be healthy and to keep her environment, healthy. So a nice home and all that kind of stuff too. Comfortable. Then we have that the Two of Cups. Of course, this is all about the love and relationship and seeing eye to eye. Right, they're even face to face here. It's just seeing eye to eye, finding agreement, finding the ability to forgive, saying what you mean, meaning what you say, keeping your word. This is romance. This is, you know, taking action. This is movement where you had been stuck. So may involve an actual fire sign, maybe specifically Leo, but in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. A Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Or a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Here we have the Knight of Cups. He is romantic, flirtatious, introspective, and enchanting. A deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters, so stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. This is possibly a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Actually, behind that, I see we have the Four of Pentacles yet again. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you're spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building up walls to keep people out. And this Knight of Cups may be who is finally ready to let go of something that was blocking them and preventing them from moving forward in love and or relationship. The next card is the Page of Cups. So maybe this person, this energy was preventing them from reaching out with a message or an offer of love. But now, you know, with the Four of Pentacles having turned upside down, at least with the other cards we just saw a moment ago, this person may be ready finally to come forward and make some sort of offer of love or communication or something. The Page of Cups is intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase, and there are heightened psychic abilities when this card shows up. And the Queen of Cups is also here. She too in reverse, but she's also here. This is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful that you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. And right underneath her is the Eight of Swords. So this is, again, about feeling stuck, being in fear, being in your head, overthinking, being anxious, sleepless nights, putting obstacles up in front of yourself, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, and being afraid to take action. So again, I think there are people among us who are ready to release that sort of thing, to let those feelings go, and to finally take some sort of action, whether this is, you know, meeting somebody for their first time, or this is you returning to a relationship. The Knight of Cups for me can often be like an ex that is returning. Okay. Well, let's just start with these still because they're the biggest. So we got Divine Feminine. Let's do 2. The masculine as it relates to the feminine. Himself. The union or connection as a whole. Overall, you have to keep moving these. What energy of the masculine would have the feminine give to the union or connection if it were up to him? If he could tell her how to behave. What he himself is coming to the table with right now. And what the universe would have each or both of us, what energy the universe would have each or both of us give to the union right now and wants to help us with if we would so be inclined to allow it to. Because we have free will. That's what I mean. All right. I should do these next. Well, I didn't do the what was being, what area of our life was being focused on to release stuff from going into the next moon phase. So that's this. Use 2 cards from here for that. Oh, we got 2 there. Yeah, okay. So again, our overall energies are yes from Ganesha, which is awesome. Because again, that yes is a yes to any yes or no questions you had, particularly in love and relationship. But also, it's yes, I will remove the obstacles from in front of you, which is amazing. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles upright, another very beautiful energy, and the Knight of Cups. Divine Feminine, what are we working with? We're the ones with the doubt and pessimism, missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. If you're guided to make some sort of move, whether the masculine will know or not, I'm suggesting that you take it. I think that's why this is showing up. If you do, you probably will be very happy that you did. You have the 6 of Wands joining this as well. You receive a promotion, be chosen for a scholarship, or find that you're singled out for special recognition. You've done an amazing job and you deserve all of the attention. But you're only going to get that if you take advantage of opportunities that come your way, right? So you got to be in it to win it, as they say, with the lotto. And it probably is associated with some sort of wish fulfillment, or goals that you were trying to reach, accomplishments that you were trying to, check off your list, with the 9 of Cups also showing up. And will require you to stay away from foolishness and drama and people like haters and people that don't, wish you well. So Pallas Athena says detach from drama. Think 5 of Swords with this, because that's what I'm picking up from it. So that's the Divine Feminine. The masculine as it relates to the feminine we have here. The Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. So you might just be put in the right place, the right time to meet somebody, if you never met them before. It's a brand new start, brand new relationship, or to bump into someone, if it's a reuniting or something. You could be getting all the things you need for your relationship to work. Obstacles are being lifted, so you guys needed money to, get a home or whatever it is to start your lives. Those kind of things coming through for people too. Maybe offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. And seeing eye to eye, true, real love that is reciprocal, true and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. You may get there by working with crystals. You might want to try rose quartz if you're trying to open yourself up to love, or anything green is good for heart chakra, also healing. And a pick-me-up for your own, personal energies too, because going into something with the 5 of Cups energy, again, this is the oh, what was me, this is doubt, this is pessimism. So if you're feeling these things about the feminine, but you're also thinking like, well, she's not going to be receptive to my action, my phone call, my offer, my proposal, whatever. If you're going into with that, you are already you know, you're bringing negative energy into the situation. So you can always use the crystals to help you with that as well, because you got some beautiful energies here, and you will find yourself successful, and the feminine will count it as a win as well if, you know, the energy is right. Your energy is right. The masculine's relates to himself. See, this is why we have the Five of Cups here, because he is doubtful of himself, he's lacking confidence. And, you know, this, I call this the card of joy stealing. We have the ability to steal our own joy, right? When we're low confidence, we're low self-esteem, we don't think we can accomplish something, we don't think we're capable, we don't think we're going to be successful, we expect, you know, the least of ourselves, then that's often what we get. Or if we're, you know, we put so much of that into our heads that it causes us to not take action, then, you know, we steal our own joy. We cause ourselves disappointment because you could have, would have, should have, and you didn't because of your lack of confidence. So that can be what this is. Also, sometimes this is about an ex or something returning to me. In the case where it is, they often haven't changed much. It's like the same sort of thing. The same thing that caused us to, that stole our joy before, is still there. Think Kanye and Kim, like he wants to come back. Okay, let's just forget everything and get back together. No, you're still toxic. You know, like nothing's changed. You're still the same. So it could be that sort of thing too. We have that with the King of Pentacles. He is generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You have the Midas touch. And we have that here with the Eight of Pentacles. So this is like a successful masculine. This is a successful love. It could even be like a wealthy love. Somebody who's worked hard for what they have, and now they're like reaping the benefits of those things that they have. But with all their money, still a lack, still a void, still lacking confidence, still lacking esteem, still not feeling good enough necessarily for, you know, perhaps the feminine. And so there could be a need for healing, continued healing of yourself. You might want to try yoga, maybe in tandem with the crystals. This King of Pentacles may be, again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Speaking of Capricorn, there's actually a few planets there. So we have Saturn, who's the ruler of the sign of Capricorn. We also recently, we had Mercury, but Mercury just left yesterday, the day before yesterday. I think it was Valentine's Day that Mercury left Capricorn. Venus, Mars, and the Venus and Mars transits are usually, I was actually talking to one of my clients about they were talking to me about this earlier, pretty quick and short, but this time they're spending a lot more time together in Capricorn. So we had all four of those planets there. Again, like I said, Mercury left, but that may be why we're seeing all of this sort of heavily masculine earth energy that keeps popping up here. Anyway, the masculine's feelings on the union or connection as a whole. Wow. The Two of Wands. So again, this is the twin flame or soulmate card of the tarot. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. And, you know, it's reason to celebrate. It's something very positive, very happy. This also can be telling you that if you are presented with an opportunity to be social, especially those of you who are single, that could be how you meet this partner. You should take advantage of those opportunities. And, you know, if you're invited to, again, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement, this is also about just the need to have more fun in general and to be social. So getting out there could be how you meet somebody, or could be what causes you to be reunited with someone. The Three of Cups is also about reunion. And in a general sense, not even specific to love, just the general meaning of the Three of Cups, one of the things that it says is that we're going to have a positive reunion with someone or something. So something that we were lost, you know, that something or someone that was lost or from which we were separated is going to return. It's a positive reunion. So it's not like, you know, an ex that comes back into your life that you're not interested in. This one will make you happy if that's the case. But first, clear and shield your energy, says El Moria. So it speaks again to this need to maybe do some heart chakra healing again, yoga, meditation, working with crystals, things of that nature. Or again, we are in danger of missing out on the opportunity, possibly just because we can't get our own confidence up enough to do what we need to do. Four of Cups. It's saying there's an offer coming to you and you're so doubtful and pessimistic. You're just so stuck in this energy of nothing good ever happens to me that you're not noticing that something good is trying to happen to you. Overall, the Queen of Swords. She's experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny. All of your life experiences, so all the good times, the bad times, the hurdles, the things you skated through, all those things have prepared you for this moment. It's time for you to declutter your home, to clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore, like Pallas Athena also suggested. I said that was like 5 of Swords. So we're still in this energy of swords here. Clear away all these situations that aren't working for you anymore and disengage from people who create more drama than happiness. That is partnered with the Chariot, which is a card of victory, movement, expansion, growth, success, travel, all those things. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies all at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition that you are receiving. Archangel Michael says you can do it. So he believes you can be successful. He believes you can be victorious, which again is what the Chariot represents. If you put your mind to it, or if you go into it with this Queen of Swords type energy. She's no nonsense, she's going to get it done. And we got the Page of Wands, which for love, all about, again, new beginnings, new offerings of love. Definitely could be some reuniting, somebody returning to your life. Finishing something from the past is one of the messages of the Page of Wands in a general sense, not necessarily even, tied to love, but it can definitely be with love here. You started something that was never finished. Like I know I have one of those, but a lot of us have those exes that we parted ways with. We never really broke up, or it wasn't necessarily our choice to separate. The universe or circumstances separated us. So there's something like unfinished, possibly. And that can be what this Page of Wands is about. Finishing something you started in the past. What energy the masculine would have the feminine give to the union connection if it were up to him? He says, Ace of Cups, please, Miss. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. And he says, please stop overthinking it and making up scenarios in your head that aren't reality, and being distrustful of me and all of those things. Your worries and fears aren't real. They're fueled by focusing on the negative, which is giving power to that of which you're afraid. Stop worrying, let go of fear, and everything will be okay. Try opening your heart to love, says Jesus, and maybe walking away from the past and where things weren't working, and try walking toward this new beginning, this Ace of Cups that I'm trying to offer you. What energy he himself is currently bringing, and it is the High Priestess. This is a time to pause and to reflect, not necessarily to take action. And that doesn't mean just don't take action, period, don't do nothing. It means don't rush taking action. It means, again, listen to your intuition first. Think about it first in a logical way. Listen to your heart, listen to your gut, all these things. What does common sense tell you to do? And then take action. So it doesn't, masculine, this isn't telling you to just do nothing. It's just telling you to, be smart about it, right? Like the High Priestess would be. And then when you make a decision and you decide to take action, don't let anybody else change your mind. If you want to change your mind, fine, change your mind. Do something different. Say, you know what, I thought about this and I decided to go this, but then I said, I don't know. I got, when you get one of those feelings that says, maybe not. I got one of those and I decided maybe not. Then that's fine. That's your decision. But it's because somebody else is telling you to do it, then no. You're supposed to defend that decision that you made. Be assertive, believe in yourself, and don't let anyone take away your personal power. Trust that your inner guidance, that high priestess inner guidance, is true, and follow it completely. Completely. Focus upon your strengths. Again, not what somebody else is telling you or what somebody else thinks should be the case. Because you are almost, completely at the end of the cycle, you've almost fully manifested your dreams, right? Your ships are coming in. What energy the universe or God would have each archetype, both masculine and feminine, or both, give to the union or connection. And the universe actually wants to help us with this to make sure that we get it done. And it is the Queen of Wands. So very Leo. Talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention all at once, but you can do it. So just like Archangel Michael said in the other card here, right? Or was it here? Here. You can do it. You can be successful. The Queen of Wands may be an actual Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your life, or someone like into those traits or attributes. But I think this is us, the universe wanting us to be confident, us to be, confident, having our heads held high, knowing that we can achieve whatever it is we're trying to achieve. And face whatever it is we have to face. Like, put on your big boy pants, as they say, or big girl panties, and, face whatever it is you have to face. That your everything you've been through in your life already has prepared you for this moment to face whatever it is you have to face. The Queen of Wands is here partnered with the Knight of Wands. This could also be speaking, it's not going to be for everybody, but for some of us, a handful maybe, speaking about a relationship between an older female, a younger male, slightly older, younger male, the queen and the prince, as opposed to the queen and the king. Anyway, the Knight of Wands is passionate, charismatic, confident, and restless. So he too is confident. And it's sort of got ants in his pants. Like he has to, handle something. He has to take care of it. He has to take action. Knights are about taking action. All of the knights are about taking some sort of action. An opportunity arises and needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing that you can't handle if you follow your own inner guidance. So yes, you do have to take action. Yes, you do have to make up your mind. And yes, better sooner than later, but pay attention to the inner guidance first. So even this is telling you, or the universe or God is telling us to, use that high priestess energy first though. Yes, I want you to get this done quickly, but don't just run out the door having, put no effort into thinking about it and making a plan. Do that first, again, sooner rather than later, but put some effort into figuring it out first and then go. Take charge of the situation after you've paid attention to that inner guidance. And, this was in reverse actually. You could be going about it in a non-traditional way, maybe not doing what other people would expect you to do, or maybe not even what you would expect yourself to do, how you would normally expect yourself to behave. But you're taking on a situation. The Hierophant, definitely about commitment and things too, and contracts. So marriage and stuff, moving toward that. And the Four of Swords. So the universe wants to help us with recovery, restoration, maybe ending a break. I can't see the universe necessarily wanting us to take a break, but for some of them, maybe that too. Some of us needed breaks, maybe spend some time thinking, meditating, figuring something out, making a decision. And for others, maybe you've been on break already and it's been long enough and it's time for you to re-engage with life. And the universe wants to help. And the outcome, or the what's going to take us into this next phase, is the need to see the other person's point of view. More Wands energy, so more that Leo, more fire. The Page of Wands now, who is energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. Creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. And this is our second Page of Wands. We have one here too. And again, the Page of Wands can also be about, the start and offer of a new beginning, and also revisiting something from the past, or reigniting something from the past, finishing something that you started long ago. There could be conflict, or you could be conflicted about it still. But just know that this is trying to get you on path. And maybe that's why you have to consider the other person and their point of view as well in making your decisions. Because your current path, the one that you're already on thus far, isn't leading you toward the happiest possible outcome. So why not change it? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but be alert to the hidden agendas of others. And those would be the people that you need to defend yourself against, masculine, for example, if anybody's trying to keep you from getting on the right track. For the most part, though, you're wanting to reap the rewards of your efforts, and you deserve to. So the Seven of Pentacles shows up yet again. I think it's the second or third time tonight that we're seeing the Seven of Pentacles. And it is about reaping what you've sown, so having put effort into it, having taken action, having put thought into it. Now's the time for you to actually, have something happen in your favor as a reward or award. And you'll be happy that you took action if you do. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading. I will be back, like I said, with a weekly that I plan to take us into through next Sunday, until we can be back on track the following Monday through Saturday. Namaste.